Page 42, please put on headphones. Number 26, communicate mathematical ideas. Describe a real-world situation that can be represented by the product 8 times negative 20. Then find the product and explain what the product means in the terms of the real-world situation. So immediately I think of shopping. Shopping for clothes. Beth found 8 dresses she liked at a discount store. Each dress was $20. How much did she spend? She spent $160. Lots of correct answers for that one. Number 27. What if? The rules for multiplying integers, 2 integers, can be extended to the product of 3 or more integers. Find the following products by using the associative property to multiply 2 numbers at a time. So, multiply these 2 and you get 9. True for all of these, right? But not true for this one, you get negative 9. This one you get 9. This one you get 9. These you get negative 9. These you get 9. These you get 9. Because these 2 negatives cancel. These you get negative 9. These you get 9. So remember, good things happen to good people, and that's good. Bad things happen to bad people, and that's good. Good things happen to bad people, and that's bad, and bad things happen to good people, and that's bad. So, our negative options are here. These are all the negative options, and where are they here? Well, let's bring this up here. Let's bring our other factors up first. So this is negative. These 2 are used, so we have 9 times negative 3. These 2 are used, so you get negative 9 times negative 3. These 2 are used, so you get 9 times negative 3. And here these 2 are used, and these 2 are used, so put multiplication. The floating dot means multiply. These 2 and these 2, so 9 times 9. And then these 2 are used, and these 2 are used, so multiply there. So let's highlight what's going to be negative with red. This is going to be negative, because there's bad things happening to good people. That's going to be positive. This is going to be negative. This is going to be negative. This will be positive. This will be negative. So let's put in the positives. Whatever's positive is going to have good things happening to good people, like this one here, or bad things happening to bad people, that one there. Okay, now clean this up a little and look what you have here. So some of them are odd number of negatives. And then you have an even number of negatives. Sorry, let me try that again. Make this an even. So if you have an even number of negatives, you have a positive product. If you have an odd number of negatives, you have a negative product. How many negatives do we have right here? Here we have 1, 1 is odd, so that has to be negative. 9 times 3 is 27, negative 27. Here we have two negative factors, so it has to be even. So it has to be positive 27. Here you have 1, 2, 3 negative factors, so it has to be odd, negative 27. Here you have 1 negative factor, so it has to be odd, so that's going to be negative 81. And then you have 2 negatives here. These 2 negatives cancel. You get an even number of negatives again, and that gives you 81. Shut down later. And then here you have 1, 2, 3 negatives. 3 is odd, so you know it's going to be negative here, negative 81. So based on your results, complete the following statements. When a product of integers has odd number, well, we already know this, odd number of negative factors, then the sign of the product is negative. Okay, so the next one should be fairly straightforward as well. When a product has an even number of negative factors, then the sign of the product is positive. Okay. The product of 3 integers is negative 3. So we have 3 integers, and the product is negative 3. So something times something times something equals negative 3. Floating dot means multiply. So we need to multiply something, 3 things to get negative 3. So how about 1, 1, and negative 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. Now what about floating dot for multiplication? What about negative 1 times 1 times negative 3? Does that work? Okay. And then we can do another, can do all of them. Nope, this is not, because these 2 negatives cancel, so we need to make that one also negative. Determine all the possible values for the 3 factors. In the book it says that there's one more, but really they're just moving this negative around. So either you have 1 negative or 3 negatives. You can have 1 negative integer or 3. When is the product of 2 non-zero integers? When is the product of 2 non-zero integers less than or equal to both of the factors? So think about this. The product has to be less. So if we do negative 3 times 2, it equals negative 6. On a number line, here's 0, here's 2, here's 1, 2, 3, negative 3, and here's 4, 5, 6, negative 6 is right here. So look, the product is less than or equal to both of the 2 factors. So negative 3 less than, sorry, I started in the wrong order. Negative 6 is the product. and it is less than -3. -6 is less than 2. So when one integer is negative, the product will be less than both the factors. Okay, now last one. The sign of the product of two integers with the same sign is positive. Okay? What is the sign of the product of three integers with the same sign? What is the sign of the product of three integers with the same sign? So if you have 3 times 3 times 3, you get 27. But if you have -3 times -3 times -3, then these two negatives cancel, but then this negative makes it negative again, so you have -27. So the sign of the product of two integers with the same sign is positive. So what they're talking about right here is good things happen to good people, and that's good, or bad things happen to bad people, and that's good. These two integers have the same sign. Okay, same sign. But now, what is the sign of the product of three integers with the same sign? Well, three integers with the same sign, it could be positive, or it could be negative. Alright, let me make that a little bit easier to read. Put that on the middle layer, and then you'll be able to see it okay. Put the text on the top layer. There, now you can see it better. Alright, thanks for watching.